I am Dr. Shubhadar. I'm not only doctor, but I also help people in their life who are in condition of stress, anxiety, having difficulties in achievement and fulfilling the vision target goals, suffering from the pain and agony of not performing well because of bad habits and all. So, whatever the situation you are in, it can be changed because your problem, anybody's problem, cannot be bigger than his or her capacity. We have to understand how our mind works, and actually all the limiting belief and roadblocks are because of the modulation and adjustment of this mindset, limiting belief. You can change, transform by certain practice. Like every day we get up, we start the day because the effects or the outcome, like success or failure of previous day, that actually directly or indirectly influence the days ahead, and it actually give a positive notes. If your previous day is fruitful, you have completed all the tasks, and when you complete certain task, right, if you complete 95%, then certain amount of dopamine shot is there. But if you complete 100% of a task, that will actually give you a, a boost of dopamine release, means that is feeling good chemical, neurochemical in brain. And all the happenings because of the you moving, watching a movie, playing games, doing exercise, and completing some task, and also like alcoholism, smoking, all these things, even the negative activity that you will, negative means that activity that drawing you back and holding you back and not uh, not getting any momentum in future in the positive terms of achievements and all. If you do certain that negative thing, and ironically that also give you some sort of like, you know, dopamine release. This is very interesting thing because uh, our our system our system is made of like this, that certain habits we build, and we are entangled, we are in automatic loop in some certain activities, and that actually goes on and on. it's, it's really difficult to understand this problem. Most of the time we usually curse the other person, others, people, surroundings, circumstances and all scenarios. We find excuses, but fact is that very difficult to find out the root cause sometimes by ourselves. We, though we sometimes we understand the problem, like a person who having some sort of bad habits, like drug addicts or like alcoholism, he getting the boost or going through the process when he's doing the thing. But when he come back to society, people initially sometimes avoid to talk this thing face to face because they do not want to disturb the rapport or good terms. And sometimes the near and dear one's family, because of anger and this thing, uh, they avoid talking the matter. And people having this thing, they enjoy, because when having the, after getting some sort of shots, they because of the effect of the drugs and substances, they feel euphoric or sense of well-being is there. But after few times, and level goes down, and you feel bad, and you again take this that thing uh, to feel that same sort of kick. And but thing is that sometimes because of our detoxification system, uh, the enzyme that is metabolizing the thing that is clearing out the thing, the drugs or the alcohol or whatever the substances, uh, the dose are needed more to feel the same amount of, you know, feeling good feeling. So what happens then actually we take more amount, and also frequency actually goes on, and and people who are criticizing, not seeing that thing properly, you know, we avoid them, avoid the scenario situation, and sometimes we fight happens verbally or physically, whatever. So some sort of social wisdom, but people who are actually observing these things, who are malicious of this, some sort of people who are actually victim of the certain situation, circumstance, and habits, we feel we should look towards them compassionately and empathetically, because it is not their fault actually, uh, because they are not in control and soundness of mind. So my intent to say is like that, from whatever the situation you are in terms of the personal faculty, like the physical, mental, and spiritual spaces, and as well your financial and family relationship space, you may have some difficulty. But if this is not whatever the situation you are in, it's not that difficult or impossible to come back again in your proper or uh, form or proper way. Like, it will take time to understand, and some you have to plan it out and map it out. What is your weaknesses, what is your strength, and what new things or skill or work you have to do on yourself. And if you are not able to do, you seek for help, because um, because there are people in this universe, in these surroundings, whatever, in whatever region or country or state you are in, there must be some sort of people that can help you. So I am Dr. Subhatal. Basically, I heal people for dim scientific way, like without any medication, to come out of any situation, any bad habits, especially 30 to 50 years of age people, because these people actually having tremendous challenge in terms of energy, strength, because most of the time we go out in the morning with so much positivity, but at the end of the day, because same sort of work we're doing, we are not interested, or we are not feeling, productive, or not loving this profession, and we are not justifying or with the work or with ourselves, and we at the end of the day with low energy coming back home and having some bad moods and all, anger issues and shouting and all, sometimes avoiding the spouses, and more spending time with the kids or all, or friends, sometimes avoiding our family altogether. So because we are avoiding the problem, and we are running away, shying away, or whatever the thing we are doing, avoiding this problem or situation. The vulnerable part means that we very fearful, or sometimes we feel jittery to face the challenges and problems we're facing. So without solving them, we trying to avoid escape from the problem, escapism, and that thing actually not solve the problem, but in other way, it increases the pressure burden future. So we stress out and actually stress out and anxious in certain situation, and long term, what happens, you feel depressed, frustration, and low energy, low productivity, and we sometimes we feel life is worthless. There is no meaning of living the life. So there is a very uh, actually uh, a grave situation. So in this situation, you need some help. Go to psychological consultation. They will counsel psychoanalysis. Other way, you to go to some spiritual guides like spiritual meditation and also good scripture that may help. Or what you can do, you motivate yourself, do learn new things, and do the things you love. And uh, you may say that you are in job, you have not getting any time, but you, if you love something like watching movies and serials, or you loving some shows, or you're fond of some games or music, whatever. If you are in that, in spite of your low energy, your exertion, you will find you must have find some sort of energy and positivity, that is called surplus energy. That is because our mental faculty and our the so true source of energy, the spirit, the spiritual energy, it has got tremendous amount of potential and power. Actually, if very few people actually can understand and can channelize that energy, and everybody can uh, actually tap and channelize that energy. And if you have energy, means you are good, doing well in the office, in the work, or whatever, in business, and also having uh, energetic in terms of giving time with the family, and this thing, family and friends and all relationship, that will be okay. And you are also getting promotions and earning money, that will altogether your life will be in different uh, dimension, different realm. So there is hope always, you know, because with hope is the only thing that we uh, live life and go forward. But but we are sometimes more optimistic than the reality, because without solving the problem, or doing or working on ourselves, and realistic way, if we do not plan and strategize and go ahead, then only false hope may come as boomerang, and you know you uh, you hit you back very bad way. So my intention is that you should work together today, immediately, because starting anything, there is no perfect or good time. If it is not started or begin very early, 10 or 10, 5, 10 years ago, if you're on 30, then you should start today. If you're 50, even if not already begun your journey or taken the first step or improvement in terms of your mental, spiritual, and physical body fitness, and your relationship, or your um, financial uh, health, it is getting disturbed, you work today. Because when you do something positive, like we are doing gym, we will not get like fit body or six pack or whatever body shape we want in that in very in 7 days or 1 month, but in long run actually we'll get. But we, in this scenario, today's world, we actually aim and look for the immediate gratification. Because if we observe, most of the time we start time just doing the repetitive thing that is not helping our us anyway. We are just self-indulging thing. There is no long-term consequences in terms of the positivity in our career life, or life situation economically. We're just doing time pass. We feel because it is a it is it is a because of our habits. It actually, and uh, habit actually uh, habit actually build our build our build our life, and it is actually a reflection of our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind absorbs the positive thing that what we see ourselves. If we if we give our subconscious mind that I can do it or I am not good enough, we are fearful, then actually it takes positively. But positive thing like I am good enough or I am courageous or I am, you have to practice for a long time. Like do some activity that is giving you happiness, that is courage or anything. You do for long term, then the subconscious mind will take and it will reserve and restore and it will guide you in future. And that is the secret of all successful people all over the universe, all over the country, all over the world. And if you study, because I have already studied so many lives of a successful person, they initially was not good. They failed several times. Thomas, the Edison, 1,000 times, 10,000 times he failed to making bulb, but he realized uh, that it is not failure, but it is a way that you can make the bulb in these ways. So one way you can only make it. So all the successful they have taken the failure as a means or tools to success, and every time they fall or getting a setback, they bounce back. That is life all about. So always there is hope, and for that hope, and with the hope we go forward, but take some help of others who are capable of helping you, who have already done solve their problem by other self or by themselves, already gone through the life of yours. So thank you for watching. If you need any help, please call me or mail me. My phone number is 967998548 or you can email me subi8hldr@gmail.com. So you may comment or give suggestion, that will be highly appreciated. Thank you for watching.